Okay, here is something nobody's ever told you about how to get over an addiction. Use the power of math. Everything in the universe is a number. And so any addiction we have is also a number. Cool thing about numbers, if you're good with numbers, okay, I slept through algebra, so not so good, but luckily I graduated high school, but they did it kind of as a pass. But numbers can be solved. So if you can find the number of your addiction, you can solve it. And likewise, every addiction that we personally have corresponds to the 8 chakras, 1 through 8. So it's very helpful to know which chakra that is related to, and then you can work with that. But a little trick with finding that number that is related to that addiction and working with the power of math to solve that. Here's a little hack. So, and I have to credit my friend Vern Verona for this because he helped me reduce my espresso and coffee from like 6 cups down to 1 or 2. And the concept is you are going to first take an inventory of how many substances you consume. So if it's 6 cups of coffee, you keep the same amount every day. It doesn't matter if it's alcohol or cigarettes or heroin, it doesn't matter. You keep the same amount and then you slowly reduce over 3 days. So you take like 1/3 less, like so little less that the body doesn't even know. And then you go 3 days, you keep the same, then you reduce. And then over 2 months, you slowly reduce so that you get down to, when you get down to like 1 cup of coffee, you do 1 tablespoon out, reduce it by 1 tablespoon. Then you do that for 3 days. Then you do another tablespoon and you reduce that. Wow, what a sunset we have here. And so you slowly are going to reduce that addiction down to the minimum effective dose. And what happened with me when I got down to like a little espresso and tablespoon, and it was like a teaspoon, reduce it a teaspoon, and then like just a little bit of sip of coffee gave me the same effect as 6 cups. It was incredible. Every addiction is a number. It's a frequency. If you're trying to get into alpha waves, for example, there's a whole range of mathematical frequencies. It's an amazing universe that we live in. So take advantage of getting those mathematical solutions to your problems. And I highly recommend you also watch my video on things you never know about anxiety and ADHD because it ties into this as well. And there's a lot of things that can help with that as well.